Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Alana Simone. So first of all, I wanted to welcome you guys in. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you've been here for a while, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about, are you gay by choice or gay by hurt? And so, this is a very interesting topic because, oftentimes I feel like a lot of people are quick to judge people. They're quick to judge people without taking the time to listen to them, without taking the time to really understand where they're coming from. And so I've seen that more often, and I've seen it more especially from Christians, people who say they believe in God and all that stuff. A lot of them are really judgmental. A lot of them really have a lot to say. And a lot of them really don't take the time to really sit down and have conversations with people and really be a true example of who God has created us to be, in accepting and loving others, and being able to understand others. Because that's the biggest thing. We can accept, we can love, we say that we love, but it's one thing to understand somebody, understand where they're coming from, especially if we choose to believe different things, or just choose to do different things in life. And so that's what I really wanted to talk about today, because I really took the time to be different, because I watched other people. I'm that type of person. I like to watch people. I like to observe people, because why? When you do that, you really start to learn a lot about people, and you really start to see that their actions don't really line up with their words. And so that's what I've learned. I've learned that a lot of people like to say that they're like super holy, super Christian, super everything. They love God. Oh my God. Okay. You can't tell them nothing, because they are God's chosen person, and God loves them so much, and so listen. But the same people, they be the ones, as soon as you walk out the door, they gonna judge you. As soon as they walk out from in front of you, they got a whole bunch to say about you. They talking about you. They talking about how you look. They talking about what you drive. They talking about everything, but they love you so much. Oh my God, God. And they tell you God loves you. Oh my God. Oh my God. So anyway, I don't really, it's just funny to think about, because it's like people be doing that, and I don't really, mess with that. But because I'm like one of those people that like to be real, I like to be, authentic. I like to be, just a real person. Because why would you want to walk around being fake? Why would you want to walk around having to have two personalities? One saying you love Jesus, and the other you hate people. So it's like, which one is it? Which one you want to be? Because I feel like that's exhausting each day, to go around and having to pick which personality you want to be. So anyway, all this to say, I just really wanted to talk about this today, because it's important. It's an important thing that most people need to talk about. And a lot of people don't talk about it, because I understand, because why? They're afraid to speak up, or maybe they just don't know how to, because it's a very touchy topic. It's a thing that people can be sensitive and have a lot of emotions towards. But I just wanted to talk about this today, because it's important. And oftentimes, I have friends or people I know who choose to live a different lifestyle, who choose to be different. And they're my friend, they're people I know, and to me, to tell them how to live their life, I would be wrong. I can still love you. I can still have you as my friend. I can still accept you. I don't have to agree with the things that you are doing, but that's your choice. Just like it's my choice, right? To live for God and live how I want to live. But one thing I've learned is that a lot of people are gay because it's not really by choice, but a lot of it is by hurt. And so one thing I learned is, when I started to sit down with a lot of people who are part of that lifestyle, I started to sit down with a lot of people who decided to enter into that lifestyle. I learned a lot. I think it's one thing, we learn a whole lot when we sit down and listen to people, instead of judging them, instead of putting them down because we don't agree. We can never understand where somebody comes from or why they choose to do what they want to if we don't ever take the time to listen. And so that's what I took the time to do. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be like the people who sit there and judge them for what they're choosing to do. I'm not going to sit there and be the people who try to tell them that they're wrong and that they need to do this stuff. I'm not going to be none of that, because why? First of all, I know my words are powerful. And if you think that you're ever going to bring somebody out of what you don't agree with by telling them that they're wrong and judging them and condemning them, you are wrongly mistaken. That will actually push people further away. That will actually cause people to look at you crazy, because now they're trying to do their best to accept you, but you can't accept them. And so we don't have to agree, but with our actions, what are we really doing? And so, I sat there and listened. I sat there, and when I listened, I said, wow, this is very interesting. It gave me more compassion. It gave me a different heart to be able to hear their perspective. Because why? I allowed them to come free. I created a safe place for them to feel free in expressing why they chose this lifestyle. And so when you go deeper into learning about people and actually taking the time, you realize that a lot of them are hurt. You realize that a lot of them went through some things, especially in their childhood, that wasn't really too pretty. You realize that a lot of them were maybe molested. You realize that a lot of them were maybe shunned away from the church. You realize like a lot of them were actually treated wrongly by people who said that they loved them. And so when I actually got to listen and hear, it made me think differently. It made me really look at life differently. It made me look at this person as a person instead of looking at them as them committing a sin. We understand that, I may not agree with, them doing that, but when I got to hear why, I got to hear something different. I got to hear their pain that they chose to express to me because I created a safe place for them to do that. And so oftentimes, especially as Christians, we're one of the worst. We're one of the worst types of people to always got to tell people and make people feel bad about the sins that they're committing, about everything that they're doing wrong. But us doing that and making them feel bad, we don't even realize the more damage that we're causing. The people, we're not even realizing what we're making ourselves out to be like. Because, oh my God, we're so accepting, we're so loving, we're supposed to be the true example of Christ, but Christ didn't do that. Christ actually set people at the table who didn't look like him, who didn't act like them, who didn't talk like them, who didn't have like anything like him. He actually took the time to sit them around and listen. And so, that's the greatest impact that I feel like that Jesus has shown. That's the prime example. It's because why? They say, win people by your actions, not by your words. And so we do a lot of talking, but we don't realize our talking is actually pushing people away. It's actually making us miss the opportunity to be able to hear people's true pain and to hear people's true story. Because a lot of the times, people choose the life because of hurt. And sometimes they know, they wrestle with it because they know it's wrong. They know people tell them it's wrong every second of the day. They know that they don't really want to do this, but if nobody ever creates a safe place for them to feel comfortable and express these things, then how can they feel like they can ever come out? How can they feel like God will still love and accept them? Even in their mess, even in their confusion, because a lot of times it's confusion. Because you got people telling you it's wrong, which you understand, but then you've been hurt. You're especially from a young age, you've been hurt. And so now your whole mind and your whole being is confused, and it's just in a back and forth because you don't understand. And so at the greatest time of your life where your mind was developing, where it was forming, where you were learning wrong from right, where you were learning so many things, a lot of times people got their innocence taken away. A lot of times people got hurt by people around them, that maybe their mother, maybe their father, that they grew up with, that was supposed to show them love and they never got to receive that. And so oftentimes people get into this lifestyle because why? They've been hurt, or they want to be accepted because they never found acceptance in anything, other than this life. Because why? One thing about the LGBTQ people, and plus, I don't know. I don't want to, don't come for me because I think it's LGBTQ plus. I don't know. They be changing it every day. But anyway, one thing about them is one thing I've learned is they're a very accepting group. They love really hard for each other. They go hard for each other. They support each other. And that's what most people are looking for in this world. That's what most people want. And so that's why a lot of people join it, because, it's a lot of stuff. Or maybe, you've been that type of person who got hurt. And what I've seen, especially with females, they get hurt by men so much. And so, okay, no man is good. No man is good for me. So I'm gonna just go to a female and I'm gonna try to find the love from them. But we don't realize that it's just a bunch of confusion. It's just a bunch of, it's just another way to escape from pain. I feel like that's my own opinion. And so, it's just another thing, but we have to understand that the true love that we're really desiring comes from God. And so, oftentimes people, especially in this lifestyle, get pushed away from God because it's people that represent God, Christians, who just constantly judge them, constantly cast them away, constantly don't want to take the time to listen and try to accept them. We don't have to accept what they're doing, but we can accept them as a person. Can we look at them as human beings? Because that's what they are, just like we are. And so we need to understand that, regardless, if you're choosing that life, if you're not, the true love that most people are desiring in this world comes only from God. And so we have to realize that the more we push people away, the more we try to make people feel bad, the more we just be not real examples of Christ, the more we will turn people away from God, the more people will miss out on being able to accept the true, fulfilling love from God. So everybody wants to be accepted. Everybody's looking for somebody to accept them. They're looking for a people group to accept them. They're looking for somebody to accept them. And so that's why people get into this lifestyle. That's why people get into Christianity. That's why people get into so many groups. There's so many things because they're looking for acceptance everywhere. They're like, oh my God, accept me. Somebody accept me, please. But we have to realize no matter what group, no matter where we are, the true acceptance comes from God. The true love comes from God. And we have to understand that. We have to keep on running. We have to keep on trying to find in everything else. We've all been through hurt. We've all been through trauma. We've all had experiences in life that weren't the best. We've all had things that have happened to us that really shouldn't have happened to us. Despite, maybe we were young when it happened, maybe we were older, or maybe a mixture of both. We've all gone through traumatic things. We've all gone through feeling the feeling of wanting to be accepted. We've all gone through it. But let me tell you, once you understand that the true love, the true acceptance that you're really seeking and desiring only comes from God, your whole perspective changes on life. You stop feeling like you have to go to this group to be accepted, to this church to be accepted, to this guy to be accepted, to this girl to be accepted. Because why? When you're accepted by God, that's more than enough. That's going to fill that void that's in you that you're trying to fill in everything else. Okay, this didn't work. Me being with this guy didn't work, so I'm going to go to this girl. Okay, I went to this girl, but that didn't work either, so I'm going to, change genders. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You're trying to figure it out. You're just all over the place. Because why? You're looking for acceptance. You're looking for love. You're just looking for that feeling. That's what people do when they're searching. They're looking. But search no more, because God has exactly what you're looking for. And so oftentimes we think, okay, if we get with somebody else, we get with a different gender, we get with a different group, that's going to give us what we're desiring. It may for a temporary moment. It may for even years, because sometimes it goes out. But something that will last, that will never give it to you. If you want something that will last, the only thing that can give it to you is God. The only thing that can give you a feeling that goes deep within your soul comes from God. And so we have to understand that, we have to really take the time to listen to people. We have to really take the time to start learning about people. We have to really take the time to stop judging so much, to stop condemning so much. We have to really take the time ultimately to start addressing our pain, to start becoming vulnerable, to start creating safe places for people to express their true selves, the inner child that's hurting, the inner being that's hurting, really. And so what's happening is just the actions that we're taking, the lifestyle that we're choosing to live is just an expression, an outward expression of what's really going on inside, the inner trauma, the inner pain. And so instead of dealing with that, we try to find things and fill voids that can never be filled by the things that we're getting ourselves into, or, all this stuff. So just think about that. Just understand that. It's really a powerful thing when you take the time and listen to others. It's really a powerful thing when you truly walk with Christ and see the world differently. It's truly a powerful thing when God uses you to be a light in the darkness. It's truly a powerful thing when he uses you to humble yourself enough and to be his hands and feet in the earth, and to go out and touch the people who've been pushed away, cast away, to go out and touch and reach the people, especially the people group that most times Christians choose to push away. It's a freeing feeling when he uses you to go out and touch them and sit with them at a table to understand where they're coming from, and not to change them, not to try to make them feel bad, but to listen and to be there, show them something different. It's truly amazing what you learn when God allows you to be able to do that. And so he's allowed me to be able to do that, and I'm so very grateful. I have so much more to learn, of course, but what I've learned in years of him having me do that, it's been amazing. It's given me more compassion for people. It's giving me more love for people. It's allowed me to be able to express more love to people. I don't have to agree, but I can still love. I can still treat you as a person. I can still treat you like you matter, because why? You do. And so you guys, I really thank you so much for being here. I really pray that you can just become more, like, if you're in that lifestyle, you can just become more open to expressing, like, to people. I hope that this world will come to a place where we can just start listening more, start understanding people more, and just show something different. That's how we win souls. That's how we win people back to God, because we show them something different. So I really hope today that I did my best to show you something different. I really hope today that you're just open to listen, that you're open to hear a new perspective, that you can be open to really choose to accept God and accept his love and accept the acceptance that he has for you. It's been there. But sometimes we can be blinded or pushed away by people and we don't even recognize that it's there. But I hope today, the message that he has me deliver for you, I hope that you can accept it. I hope that you can just think about it. I'm not trying to change you. I'm just trying to come to you with love and come to you showing you something different. And I hope that in that it can help bring you out of the things that, are not the best, And so, yeah, you guys, I thank you so much for being here. Really hope this video encouraged you. Really hope it gave you some new insight. Really hope it showed you something different. That's all I want to do, is to just provoke thought, speak the truth, and just show people something different. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.